Welcome to Whispers and Confessions. There might be a twist waiting, so please make sure to watch until the end. Don't forget to subscribe and like. Let's begin right away.
I let go of all reason, surrendering to their touches and kisses. Their responses were electric, their bodies trembling as they gasped for air. Olivia moaned softly in my ear. "Kyle, more, harder, drive me crazy." Her voice was heavy with desire, and I gripped her waist, diving deeper into her. Her skin writhed under my hands, her moans rising. Sophia's nails dug into my back, the pain blending into pleasure. Emily's bold caresses drove me deeper, her hands and lips sending waves of electricity through me. The car was filled with swelter, their soft cries and my ragged breaths echoing in the space. Sophia climbed onto me, whispering, "Kyle, feel me, right now." She pulled me close, moving fiercely, and I matched her rhythm, becoming one with her. As she reached her peak, her sharp cries filled the air, and I was overcome by intense pleasure I hadn't felt in years. Olivia, beside me, whispered, "Kyle, we're not done yet." She guided my hand between her thighs, and I lost myself in her heat once more. Emily bit my neck, her touch pushing me toward another climax. In that moment, I became one with their bodies, reaching the height of bliss. The raw, vivid sensation of this pleasure shook me to my core, something I could never experience in my mundane life with Rebecca. Hello, everyone. Today, I'd like to share a personal and meaningful story with you. My name is Kyle, and I'm 45 years old. My wife, Rebecca, is 43, and we've been married for over 20 years. We have a high school-age son named Jake. These days, Jake has been spending more time with his friends, spending less time with us. There was a time when the three of us would go on drives to the California coast or enjoy meals at favorite local restaurants together. But now, Jake is often out of the house, even on weekends. As a result, Rebecca and I have been spending more time just the two of us. Our marriage has long since lost the spark of our early romance. One night, when Jake was sleeping over at a friend's house, I approached Rebecca, slipping my arms around her shoulders and whispering, "Rebecca, how about we get a little closer tonight?" But she gave me a tired smile and said, "Kyle, I'm exhausted today," before falling asleep. After that, I hesitated to approach her again, and deep down, I started craving a new kind of connection with someone else. Still, our marriage wasn't bad. We lived a peaceful life without arguments. But that calm routine changed in an unexpected way one Friday night. Rebecca has four close friends she met through Jake's school: Sophia, who's 46, Olivia, 45, Emily, 43, and another friend. All of them are in their 40s. As their kids grew older, they started a monthly mom's night out, where they'd meet at a wine bar to catch up and have fun. That night was one of those gatherings. They had booked a stylish restaurant in the city to celebrate Sophia's birthday. Rebecca took extra care with her makeup and said with a smile, "Kyle, it's a bit far, so I'm taking the train. I might be out late, so no need to worry." I enjoy cooking, so that evening, I bought a premium ribeye steak from the store and had a rare one-on-one dinner with Jake. Over beers, we talked about everything from basketball to the latest video games, enjoying some quality time together. "Dad, school's been crazy with basketball practice," Jake said with a grin, and I nodded proudly. But after dinner, Jake went to his room to video chat with his friends, and I was left alone on the couch, watching Netflix to unwind. As it got past midnight without Rebecca returning, I started to worry. Then my phone rang. "Kyle, I'm so sorry," Rebecca said, her voice a bit buzzed and cheerful. "I missed the last train. Can you come pick us up? We're all heading in the same direction, and your SUV can fit everyone, can't it?" To be honest, I wasn't thrilled about it, but we were the only ones with an 8-seater SUV. Jake was already in bed, so I sighed, said, "All right, I'll be there soon," and got dressed to head out. When I arrived at the station, the 5 women were waving and laughing. They were a bit tipsy and full of energy. As they piled into the car, they said in unison, "Kyle, Thank you so much. Sorry about this. Their warm words and smiles gave me a warm feeling, and I wished I hadn't thrown on a hoodie and sweatpants. Ugh, I should have dressed better, I muttered to myself. The car was alive with their laughter and conversation. Then Rebecca chimed in. Oh, I need to grab some bagels for breakfast tomorrow. Can you drop me off at the corner store? I'll walk home from there. I dropped Rebecca off at the store and headed toward Olivia's house. But then Sophia, her voice a bit shaky, said, Kyle, I'm feeling a bit dizzy. Could you pull over at the parking lot nearby? Following her request, I parked in the lot, and suddenly, the atmosphere shifted unexpectedly. Sophia said softly, Kyle, could you come to the back seat? Puzzled, I moved to the back. Olivia sat next to me, looking straight at me. Her eyes caught the moonlight, full of feeling. Kyle, there's something I've wanted to say for a long time. What is it? I asked, feeling a bit nervous. We all like you, Kyle, Olivia said, her voice firm yet gentle. Her sudden confession surprised me. What? I stammered. Then Emily sat across from me, and Sophia, who had been in the front, climbed to the back as well. Surrounded by the four women, I was surrounded by the scent of their perfumes. Sophia's rose, Olivia's vanilla, and Emily's citrus scents blended together, overwhelming my senses. Wait, is this a joke? I asked, my voice shaky. No joke, Kyle, Sophia whispered, her fingers brushing my neck. The soft touch sent a thrill through me. We're serious. But Rebecca, I tried to hold on to reason, but my heart was already pounding. This stays between us, Emily said, her breath warm against my ear. Our little secret. You get it, right, Kyle? Their touches grew bolder, brushing against me. Olivia's hand slowly moved up my thigh as she whispered, We all feel the same way. This stays between us. We just want to share an exciting moment with you, completely. I could feel my self-control slipping away as their warm, soft lips took turns meeting mine. Sophia's kiss was deep and sensual, drawing me in as if quenching a long-held thirst. Olivia's was sweet and gentle, melting in my mouth like candy, captivating me. Emily's lips were fiery and intense, exploring mine with such passion that I could barely breathe. Each kiss was unique, overwhelming me with their unique touches. The thrill of this rediscovered pleasure coursed through my body. The air in the car became thick with heat, and the windows fogged up with our breaths. As their blouses came undone, the sight of their exposed skin left me speechless. Sophia's graceful neck shone softly in the moonlight. Olivia's full curves strained against delicate lace, tempting me further. Emily's smooth shoulders and sharp collarbone were like a work of art. Kyle here. Sophia guided my hand to her chest, her voice low and trembling, pulling me into a wave of longing. I surrendered to the heat of her skin and the softness of her curves, completely lost in her warmth. This physical pleasure, absent from my routine life with Rebecca, stirred something deep in me. Olivia's vanilla-scented hair fell across my face as she kissed me deeply, her tongue intertwining with mine. Her kisses deepened, and I let out a soft moan, caught up in her closeness. Sophia held me tightly from behind, her hot lips brushing my neck, her tongue sending a thrill through me. Emily's lips traveled down my chest, nibbling softly at my stomach, her touch bold and teasing. Her hands became bolder, tugging at my pants, exploring further. Kyle, I didn't know you were this solid, Emily whispered, her fingers tracing my body, sending my pulse racing. I let go of all reason, surrendering to their touches and kisses. Their responses were electric, their bodies trembling as they gasped for air. Olivia moaned softly in my ear. Kyle, more, harder, drive me crazy. Her voice was heavy with desire, and I gripped her waist, diving deeper into her. Her skin writhed under my hands, her moans rising. Sophia's nails dug into my back, the pain blending into pleasure. Emily's bold caresses drove me deeper, her hands and lips sending waves of electricity through me. The car was filled with swelter, their soft cries and my ragged breaths echoing in the space. Sophia climbed onto me, whispering, "Kyle, feel me. Right now." She pulled me close, moving fiercely, and I matched her rhythm, becoming one with her. As she reached her peak, her sharp cries filled the air, and I was overcome by intense pleasure I hadn't felt in years. Olivia, beside me, whispered, "Kyle, we're not done yet." She guided my hand between her thighs, and I lost myself in her heat once more. Emily bit my neck, her touch pushing me toward another climax. In that moment, I became one with their bodies, reaching the height of bliss. The raw, vivid sensation of this pleasure shook me to my core, something I could never experience in my mundane life with Rebecca. Yet, even in the midst of this ecstasy, Rebecca's face flashed in my mind. Her gentle smile, the 20 years we'd spent together, the quiet moments raising Jake, they pierced me with guilt. What am I doing? I thought, but their hot breaths and touches kept pulling me in. Sophia's sharp cries, Olivia's caresses, and Emily's bold seduction overwhelmed my guilt, and I gave myself fully to the moment. "Rebecca, I'm sorry," echoed only in my mind, unable to stop the overwhelming rush. We spent that night in the cramped car, the moonlight outside silently guarding our secret. The next morning, reality returned. I almost wondered if it had been a dream, but the scent of Sophia's rose perfume on my shirt proved it was real. Rebecca came into the bedroom, saying brightly, "Kyle, thanks for last night." They all got home safely. Startled, I quickly replied, "Oh, good. That's great." She acted normally, apparently unaware. Rebecca continued with a laugh. "They were all talking about how great you were at the gathering. It made me feel proud. But watch out, Kyle. Grown women can be scary if you upset them." She gave a playful wink. Her words made me uneasy. "What? Like anything's gonna happen?" I laughed it off, but the memories of the night swirled in my mind, leaving me unsettled. It was the weekend, and Jake wanted to buy a new laptop, so the three of us headed to a mall in San Francisco. Watching Jake excitedly explain the latest tech gadgets, Rebecca and I were amazed at how grown up he was. "Jake, when did you get so big?" Rebecca said with a smile, and Jake grinned shyly. We ate pizza together, enjoying a special family moment. But even then, the vivid memories of that night, soft lips, hot skin, heavy breaths, kept resurfacing. I tried to focus, but my mind wandered, haunted by the excitement. A few days later, my phone rang. "Kyle, it's been a while," Olivia said, her voice soft and inviting. "I'm home alone right now. Can you come over?" My heart raced. "What's up? Need to talk?" I asked, taking a deep breath. "I just miss you," she said, her words drawing me in. Rebecca was out at her part-time job, and Jake was at school. "All right, I'll come," I said, my voice shaky with excitement. When I arrived at Olivia's house, she greeted me with a radiant smile, wearing a thin silk blouse that hinted at her figure. "Thanks for coming, Kyle," she said, leading me to the living room and offering me tea. But she quickly sat close, our shoulders brushing. I can't stop thinking about that night. Her fingers began unbuttoning my shirt, brushing my chest. I placed my hands on her waist, tracing her soft curves. "Olivia, I can't forget it either," I admitted. Her lips brushed my neck, sucking gently, and the quiet house echoed with our breaths. What quickly led us from the couch to her bedroom. Olivia's skin was impossibly soft, her responses stirring me. As she climbed onto me, she whispered, "Kyle, feel me." Her nails dug into my back as she moved with increasing intensity, her soft moans filling the room. I surrendered to her rhythm, our bodies in perfect rhythm. She gasped, "Kyle, we fit so well, more harder." Afterward, catching our breath, she rested her head on my chest and said, "Kyle, we're so good together. I love being with you." Her flushed face and eyes shone with contentment. Another day, I visited Sophia's house. She'd asked to discuss something about Jake's school, but her eyes suggested something more. The moment the door closed, she stepped close and whispered, "We can talk later, Kyle." Her boldness drew me in. I lifted her onto the kitchen counter, kissing from her neck to her waist. she gasped. Kyle, there more. Her hot skin and sensual curves set me on fire. We gave in to our passion, becoming one. When I went to Emily's house to fix a bookshelf, it was clear she wasn't holding back. Emily had a delicate, sensitive charm. Every touch sparked strong responses, her breaths coming fast. Kyle, slow. I can't handle it, she whispered. Her soft skin and responsive nature felt like a fresh experience. Even my words made her tremble with pleasure. Kyle, more softer. Her soft cries drove me deeper. One night, Sophia invited me over while her husband was away on a business trip. I'm lonely. Can you come? She asked candidly. Though the oldest of the four, her experience captivated me. Don't hold back, Kyle. Take me there, she said, guiding me into new depths of pleasure. Her confidence and sensual touch swept me away. Sometimes, all four gathered together. In Olivia's living room, with the curtains drawn, their unique qualities drew me in. Olivia's passionate kisses, Sophia's skilled caresses, Emily's intense responses, and Sophia's bold seduction. They worked in harmony, delighting in me. Kyle, harder. Emily moaned, and I did my best to satisfy them. Sweat and perfume blended as the hours vanished. As summer brought intense heat, Emily whispered one day, resting beside her. Kyle, what do you think of this relationship? Any regrets? I stroked her soft skin and replied, it's strange, but I don't regret it. I'm drawn to each of you. She sighed softly and smiled. That's what I hoped you'd say. Climbing onto me, her long hair falling across my chest, she said, make me happy one more time. Her hot lips and gentle touch pulled me back into her, and we became one again. This relationship wasn't just physical. We shared our lives, worries, and joys, forming a strong bond. But we all knew it couldn't go on indefinitely. One weekend, they proposed. Kyle, how about a short trip, the five of us? Olivia's eyes lit up. We booked a resort by a lake near Yosemite. I told Rebecca it was a workshop and cleared my weekend. The lakefront resort was stunning, but I was more drawn to them. The large room had a plush bed, and moonlight shimmered on the lake outside. After soaking in the hot springs, their skin was even softer, their senses sharpened. Tonight will be unforgettable, Sophia said with a playful smile. And it was long and ecstatic. I connected deeply with each of them. Then all together, in the hot springs, in the room, we explored love in every way imaginable. Emily, nestled in my arms, whispered, Kyle, I'll remember this moment forever. We indulged in each other until exhaustion, and I fell asleep in Emily's warm embrace. Over a year passed, and my life with Rebecca remained peaceful, my work steady. These encounters became my private escape. One day, in Olivia's bed, she asked with a thoughtful look, Kyle, do you ever feel guilty about this? At first, I did, I answered honestly. But now, it's part of my life. My relationship with Rebecca is important, and so is this with you all. Olivia smiled, relieved. Good. We feel the same. We know this is wrong, but family comes first. We cherish our families. This is like a gift to ourselves. As long as we keep it separate, it's okay. It even helps us smile at home. She rested her head on my chest, catching her breath. Life's strange, huh? I never thought I'd find happiness like this. I agreed deeply. One wife, for friends, each a different form of love, all important to me. One summer day, in Sophia's bedroom, she moved atop me, her face glowing with joy. Sweat glistened on her skin, her soft cries filling the room. Kyle, I can't take it, she cried, her movements growing wild. I matched her rhythm, and in that moment, everything else faded away. Lying side by side afterward, she said, Kyle, I've never met someone so perfect for me. Same here, I replied, holding her hand. Our chemistry was incredibly strong. In the second year's spring, I spent a weekend alone with Sophia. Her husband was on a business trip, and her family was away, so we had 2 days together. Kyle, she said, holding a wine glass by the window, the sunset bathing her in warm light. What? I asked, stepping behind her. I want this to go on. Is that okay? Her voice was sincere. I wrapped my arms around her, kissing her neck. I want that too, Sophia. She turned, and we shared a deep kiss, the taste of wine blending with her scent. She walked toward the bed, whispering, Kyle, come here. One more time. That night, we indulged in each other until dawn. Her soft skin and hot breath kept me completely enthralled. In the fall, all four gathered at Emily's house. On the living room carpet, we became one. Their scents, moans, and touches blended into a unique experience. Olivia's fiery kisses, Sophia's expert touch, Emily's intense reactions, and Sophia's bold seduction surrounded me. Kyle deeper. Emily gasped, and I did my best to satisfy them. By the third winter, what I thought would be a one-time fling had lasted over 3 years, growing deeper rather than fading. Family remained the priority, and this was a reward for ourselves. But special feelings had started to grow. One night, Olivia said, Kyle, this will end someday. Do you think it'll go on? Surprised, I replied, I don't know. I don't want to think about it now. I just want to cherish this. Her eyes were warm. You're right. Let's promise, Kyle. Even if it ends, let's make it a good memory. I promise, I said, pulling her close. Her warmth enveloped me, the shifting bed and our breaths the only sounds in the room. As spring arrived, I realized this relationship had become more than just excitement. It was special. We connected physically and emotionally. After spending time with all four, Sophia said, We've built something amazing, thanks to you, Kyle. My heart is so fulfilled. I never imagined it would go on like this. What started as a way to fill a void became something essential. But we all agreed family came first, and we couldn't put our families at risk. We worked to protect our families, thinking this would naturally end, but it had become essential. Emily took my hand and said, No, it's thanks to all of you. I meant it. It was a grown-up connection built on respect, avoiding hurt, without possession or interference, just genuine enjoyment. Thank you all, I said, expressing my gratitude in my words. They smiled, and that night, we held each other, sharing joy. Their warmth, soft skin, and sweet breaths harmonized perfectly. My life will continue with two important parts: the peaceful routine with my family and these special moments with them. Both are irreplaceable. The varied forms of love in my life make it full and meaningful. Life sometimes brings surprising moments, and I want to cherish them as I go on.